From Wiki, the original Phoenician city was named Arwood RWD 5 and was located on an island named Ynk. 6. It is mentioned in the Annals of Thutmose III at the Karnak Temple as Urtu. 4. It eventually became known as Arvad, Arpad, and Arphad. 7. These were Hellenized as Arados, Greek, Rho Alpha Delta Omicron, which was Latinized as Aratus. In Arabic, it became Arwad. It should be noted that is transliterated as Ankh, or Ankh, which is similar to Ankh, the key of life or of the Nile, which is the origin of the crux ansata, found in Christianity, and the monogram of Venus, the cross of Tammuz, and crux Hermes. Wiki continues, under the Seleucid Empire, Antiochus I renamed it Antioch after himself or the father of Seleucus the Great. It was distinguished from several other cities of that name as Antioch or Antiochia in Pieria, Greek, mu tau iota chi epsilon iota alpha tau pi iota epsilon rho alpha, Antiochia tos Pierias. Its site is also known as Ruat Island. The status quo will teach you that the Phoenicians are from Syria. Though it is claimed the use of cedar was the origin of Phoenicians building seaworthy vessels, I've shown proof that the art of navigation, the ability to go long distances and maintain reckoning with no land in sight, is European. Even the Chinese hadn't learned the art of navigation into the 19th century. Their boats were not seaworthy and they only used them to navigate the coasts, which they knew very well. Though their boats could sustain storms and other difficult conditions, and possibly survive a long-distance voyage under good weather, they were not designed to handle all the circumstances that long-distant voyages present even if they had the art of navigation, as crew members died in the elements quite frequently. I don't suggest that the Phoenicians were much better, but we find their language everywhere in the ancient world all the way up to Britain and beyond. Whether they had the ability to cross the Atlantic remains yet to be proven. However, my work explores the possibilities that it was done, even if only at infrequent intervals. There is no doubt that the Phoenicians had a presence in Syria, but was it their origin? I challenge the status quo claims about the ancient maritime empire that seemingly connects most of the world in some sort of universal system of priestcraft in spirit world, the holy sailors. Betham arrived at the same conclusion as I did. Italy was the first great colony of the Phoenicians which improved on the state of civilization derived from their Tyrian ancestors, even more than Carthage. Bishop Thirlwall and Ayelet Sams exposed that the Phoenicians civilized the Greeks. If you look at language, Etruscan comes from Phoenician and Latin comes from Etruscan. The oldest alleged Etruscan abecedarium is also the oldest Greek one, found in Italy. Instances of language that were at one time considered ancient Greek turned out to be Etruscan or ancient Latin. Ossi would be included in these. Much of this has been swept under the rug, but you're gonna see some real man-made megaliths from thousands of years ago in the rest of this batch. Then you can compare them to the Montana megaliths from previous posts.